I'm gonna start a little restoration project on this Polaris Predator 90. It's been sitting in the barn here for, I'd say 12 years at least. I don't think it was washed when it was put away either. It's still full of mud. We're gonna see if we can't clean her up and get her going. Here's a little bit better look at it. I don't think she was ever washed when she was put away, obviously. Everything looks to be fairly good shape though. Headlight's broken, but it's still in there, so we might be able to fix that. Yep, we'll see what we can do. Got it back in the garage and it's all dried off from the original power washing we did, and kind of see all the plastic seems to be in good shape, and there's some crud down there around the carburetor's pretty dirty. That clamps off. It looks like it was stored without any fuel in it, so that's at least a plus. I don't have to drain any old fuel out of it. At some point in this process, I'd like to touch up those lower control arms. I think the first thing we're going to do is get all the plastics off so we can get everything really good cleaning and have just better access to anything we might have to work on. I'm sure it'll need some kind of carb cleaning and adjustment. I'm sure it'll need a new battery. I think that's original. Not sure. Still got the toolkit though. Yeah, I don't see any fuel in there, so start tearing it apart. Got all the plastics off. I'm gonna pull this air filter cover off. I see it is missing a screw down here at the bottom. So we'll see, it might be pretty caked up in dirt and mud if it was not tightened properly. We'll see. We'll take a peek inside the airbox. See what it looks like. Not horrible. Definitely needs to be cleaned, but not as bad as I thought it was going to be, honestly. It did let a lot of stuff into the carburetor, though. Let's see. Let's see, it's definitely not closing as fast as it should. So I got to these bolts that hold that exhaust flange on, and they were not tight, like finger tight at all. So that probably wasn't wonderful. So we'll drop this down and should be able to just pull that exhaust right off. So I've got the little Polaris up on my homemade hoist here, and that's gonna have to be addressed for sure. So we just drained the transmission fluid, and it's a little bit milky, so I'm assuming at some point it got some water in it. I see there's an overflow, it looks like tube, and it runs pretty low. And I know for sure this thing's been into water up above that, so it probably ingested some water at some point. This is what I ended up putting in it. Polaris full synthetic gear case lubricant transmission fluid. Same thing I use in the Razor. So we had the issue with the throttle sticking, and I've been working at this for a little bit, and I'm getting more of a response, a little bit faster closing of the throttle. So I think if I keep working to free up around that spring, that might fix some of my issue with the throttle sticking open.